Hi, good morning. Welcome to Sunday, June 7th. Today we're going to conclude our unit on diversity, and the question that's being posed to us today is, can we be different and belong? So we're going to delve into that a little bit more as the unit goes on here. My pow and my wows. Let me see. My wows are going to be, I finished a book. I don't know, probably number 4 during the quarantine now. And I went on a boat ride and I had a wonderful conversation with my friend John Ellis about the George Floyd incident and everything that's going on in our world. He had a lot of insight to that. My POWs are going out to the Floyd family and to the doctors and nurses that are helping put an end to the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm asking for peace on earth. All right, today I want you all to get comfortable and I'm going to read our meditation. It says, as children of God, we all belong to God's family. Let's take that truth into our time of meditation this morning. Let's close our eyes and take long, slow, deep breaths of God's fresh air. This is the same air that our families and friends are breathing, the same air that people in China and England and Africa are breathing. Here on this beautiful earth, we express all the colors of the rainbow. Each of us is unique and we all belong. We belong in God's family. We belong on this planet. We belong to each other. Let's imagine every person listening to this meditation today growing to include all the people who attend church when we're able to be there. Anyone who's ever visited Beauty of Kalamazoo. Now let's see our meditation group growing to include everyone in our country and in our whole world. Let's be sure to include all the animals and birds and creatures of the sea. Everyone in our meditation group, all unique, all belonging. Thank you, God, for the beauty of our differences. Thank you, God, for this family. Amen. Now, last week we read the story of Joseph's dreams, and we're going to do that again today. And just to recap, that story is about Joseph and his brothers. Does anyone remember why Joseph was the favorite son? And if you remember, I can't hear you answering, but I bet one of you said because Joseph is the son of Rachel, and that was Jacob's favorite wife. So it was her child, and it became his favorite child. So this time, as I read the story, I want you to listen to how Joseph and his brothers treated one another, and then we'll do a few questions at the end. Joseph's dreams. I have to put my glasses on. Jacob lived in Canaan with his 12 sons. Of all of his sons, he loved Joseph the most, as his mother was his beloved wife, Rachel. He made Joseph a beautiful coat woven in all the brilliant colors of the rainbow. Jacob's other sons were jealous of Joseph because he was so favored, and when they saw him in his coat of many colors, they hated him. One night, Joseph had a dream, and when he had told his brothers his dream, they hated him even more. I dreamed, he said, that we were in the fields at harvest, tying up sheaves of wheat. My sheaf of wheat stood upright, while your sheaves bowed down to it. Soon afterward, Joseph had another dream. I dreamed, he said, that the sun and the moon in the sky and 11 stars were all bowing down to me. When the brothers heard his words, they were furious. A few days later, they took their flocks to graze in fields some distance away. Jacob sent Joseph to see that all was well. The brothers had a clear view of the road and saw Joseph approaching in his multicolored coat. Now is our chance. We could kill him and throw him into this pit. We can say that a wild animal attacked him. But Reuben, who had a kind heart, spoke out. Don't let us kill him. We don't want his blood on our hands. Much better just to throw him into the pit and leave him to his fate. And to this the brothers agreed, not knowing that secretly Reuben was planning to return later, rescue Joseph, and take him home. When Joseph reached them, his brothers attacked him at once, ripping off of his coat and throwing him into the pit. They left him there without food or water. Then they sat down to eat. All right, now, some of these questions we have today. I see my cat has joined us very comfortably. I'll just ignore her. Or not. First question. What did Joseph's dreams seem to suggest about Joseph and his brothers? Well, in one of his dreams, the wheat stood upright and all the other ones bowed down to him. And it kind of, to me, seemed like maybe it was foreshadowing that maybe Joseph might be a leader and that they would have to respect what he said. And also in the other one, it was 11 stars, which represent his 11 brothers, and they were bowing down to him. And I think perhaps maybe they thought, the brothers, that he was being boastful and trying to be superior and better than them. It's kind of hard to know what was in people's minds, but that is what I'm thinking, that they were thinking that. Another question. What was unique and different about Reuben? And how did he choose to help Joseph? Well, Reuben was the kind brother who listened to his God self and wanted to just throw him into the pit and then come back and rescue him later. So that is how he was different. He wanted to help him, but he was going to do it unbeknownst to the other brothers. Now let me see. Here's just something to think about. In what ways are you unique and different from the other members of your family? I know I'm different than my brother in many ways. We're just different, even though we're born to the same family. Now, today our creative experience is going to be called My Unique Coat of Many Colors. Now, just like Joseph had his coat of many colors, we're going to make a picture. We're going to draw pictures. First of all, you're going to make a picture of a coat on a piece of paper. And then you're going to draw and color in things that symbolize or represent you, things that are unique about you, such as your favorite food, what sports do you like to play, your pets, your favorite holiday, other things that make you unique, such as your sense of humor. Maybe you're an athlete or you are musically talented. Here is what I made. Here is mine. See, I made the coat, and then, oh my goodness, I like to go on boat rides, so that's a pontoon boat. I like to read. These are my dog and my cat. My heart's filled with love. And I like to watch nature, so there's a bird, and I kind of artsy, so I drew a palette, and I love taking photographs and camping. And soccer is a pastime of mine. Always wanting peace on earth. I'm a gardener, and I like to write, and I am a fan of the Chicago Cubs. Not sure why I put that upside down, but this is just kind of represents who I am and how I belong. Now, our affirmation, which I probably should have shared earlier, says, I can be different and belong. I bring special gifts to the world. Reading that from the backside is kind of interesting. So again, it says, I can be different and belong. I bring special gifts to the world. So that is our affirmation for this week as we bring this unit to a close. In Unity, we celebrate our differences. We also know that we all belong to God's family. And our differences are needed in the world. So even though I may be different than my neighbor, and my neighbor may be different from his neighbor, that's good. We need everybody to be a little bit different. Now, as I bring this lesson to a close, let's do the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well. Yay, God. Now, this week as you go on your way. I want you to make it a great week. I want you to remember that we are all children of God. We are all loved. We're all different. And I want you to spread your light. Spread it to everybody you see and be kind. Until next week, namaste.